This video is not all about me teaching you how you can create this design or how you can create a design, but this video is all about guiding you on how you can see maybe a particular design on social media, be it Pinterest, Behance, or any other platform. That you see a design, and from what you have seen, from the design you have seen, you cannot really determine the size or come out with that same size of the design. So this video will guide you on how to do that. Please, this video is not flyer design size determination. No, it's not a flyer design size determination. Okay, for example, let me say you go on Pinterest and you see, maybe for example, please, maybe you see a 6 by 4 or a 5 by 4 inches flyer design, and you don't really know that that particular design is a 5 by 4 inches flyer design. This video is going to guide you on how to like have that same size. Not, it can be on in pixel, it can be on in any dimension, but just to have that same size of the design maybe you saw on Pinterest or on any social media platform. Please, this concept is working only for social media design and not printable designs. For printable designs, my brother, my sister, I trust you, you must know the size of what you are designing on, because after doing your design, you want to take it to a printing company or to a printing center. You must be able to give the size of that particular design, because the printer cannot print what it does not understand. So you must be able to give the size. So this concept for this video is working only on social media design. Okay, for example, let's say you want to create this same design, and we don't know the size of this particular design. Let me show you how you can be able to like have the same canvas, the same page size to create this design without you knowing the size. Please note that this concept is working only on social media design. For printable design, you must know the size of what you are working, so that when you are going to print that particular design, you give the size based on what you have designed. The printer will take the size and give you exactly the dimension you have given to the printer. So this concept is working only for social media stuffs. Okay, now just open a new canvas. Now this is a 1000 by 1000 page size of design. So now want to create that same design, but we don't know the size. Maybe you saw it on Pinterest or any social media and you download it, you don't know the size. So let me show you how you can be able to have that same size. Please, this is working only on social media stuff and not printable stuff. So now for you to have that same size that you don't know and you want to design your stuff, you should have that same like page setup size. Now this is your Pixel Lab interface. Just come to this page setup tool. I don't know if you're saying this one here. Come to this page setup tool. Then you click on image. Okay, you click on image. Sorry, you click from gallery, not image. You click from gallery. Let me come over again. Now come to this page setup tool. You click on from gallery. You import the design from gallery. Click on from gallery. Now this is the design that we actually don't know the size. You see that after selecting the design, you have the size here in pixel. Note that you can also convert this size in centimeter, inches, and so whatsoever kind of parameters you want to convert it to convert these numbers to, you can convert it. But this size here is in pixel. That is 2822 times by 3264 pixel. Then you just make sure you accept this your check mark. So now when you have done that, you now come to color. Inside the same page setup tool, you now come to color and change the color to white. You see that? So this is the size, this is the page size for that particular design. Now let me prove you that this is the page size for that particular design. I'll go back and import the design, then try to scale the design up to see if the design is actually going to fit this particular page size. So I'll make sure you see that it fits very well, telling you that this is actually the size of this design. So now we have something like this. Let me just do let me try to make for the tutorial again a bit to actually show you how I was able to achieve this design. So for this flyer, I used a gradient effect, a gradient effect to have this background. Now I'll just come back to my page setup tool. I'll come to color and I'll go in for gradient, and here is the gradient color I use for this tutorial. So you click on gradient, you select any gradient color. Now you click on this plus icon. After clicking on the plus icon, we have two color stoppers here because I actually use two colors to achieve the gradient. Now this is the first gradient style, the second gradient style, the third, fourth, fifth and sixth gradient style. For this tutorial I use the third gradient style. Okay, I use, sorry, not the third, I use the fourth gradient style. The fourth gradient style, that is circular gradient. I use the fourth gradient style. Now on this color stopper, if you're not having the same color that I'm having, you click on this, you click and select this color stopper and click on color. Then you click on this pen icon. Then this is a color and this is a hex code. Please erase yours and insert this. We have B30101. You can still go in for the RGB code, which is the red is 179, the green is 1 and the blue is 1. So you can either go in for the hex code or the RGB color code. So when you set up, you change your own color to this color code. You have this color, then you take OK and OK. Now on this other color stopper, you click and select, they click on color. You also click on this same edit icon, pen icon, then you click on you edit your own hex code to this color code if you want to have the same color that I'm having when you're practicing this tutorial. So you edit this hex code to 4C. Make sure you're writing everything in capital letter. That's 4C0203, 4C0203. When you set up your hex code parameters, you click on OK and OK. Now I would like to shift this um color stopper, like I will try to bring it this way for me to actually have these um, sections more darker, because if I push it this way, you see this part on this gradient is kind of light. So for me to make it more darker, I can shift it this way. You see, the more I shift it to the left direction, this side is becoming more darker and this other side is remaining brighter, but I would like to leave it this way. Yeah, I would like to leave it this way, then push this one above. Yeah, the gradient center, I'll try to push it upward and I'll click on OK. Yeah, you see that, that is it. From the design, I think I need to go back to, yeah, okay. So rather than for me to shift it up this way, I'll love it to be positioned at the center. Then I click on OK. Now if you have shifted it up this way, you want to reset it, you just come back here and click on the fourth gradient style. You just click on it, it will set it, and this particular area will be at the center. Then you click back on OK and click on this check mark to accept all of the transformation that you have done. Now to have this whitish part is very easy. You just need to come to your shape tool, then you, yeah, scale it like this. Make sure you position it very well. Then when you are done positioning it, you click on this check mark, go to your layer panel and make sure you close that particular layer, so that when you are doing your stuff, nothing is going to interrupt your process. Okay, now let me import this image. This tutorial is very easy to create. So you click on an empty space, then you take import. Yeah, this is the image here. You accept the check mark and make sure you rotate it like this. I would love to scale down my own again a bit. I think this particular rectangle is more upwards, is like coming closer to the center of the page. So I will unlock it, then I make sure I take it a bit below my design page. Yeah, something like that. I'll make sure I position this at the center of the design. So now I'll insert this particular shape, then I'll share the color codes I use for this particular shape inside this video. So I'll just do something like this. Yeah, then I'll increase my radius to actually remove these sharp edges and make it a bit round. So I'll just increase it to something like this. I think I'm cool with this. So when I'm done with that, I can, inside the shape editing panel, I can now go to gradient, and this is the gradient code. This is the gradient color I use for this to achieve this particular gradient. So when you click on any of the gradient, you click on this plus icon to actually, you see on this gradient panel, I use for the first gradient style, not the second, not the third. I use by the first gradient style here. This is the first gradient style, and I use two color to achieve this sweet gradient. Now let me just share the color codes for this color, the color stopper. So you click on the color and select, you click on this stopper and select, then you click on this icon, you come down to where you can edit your hex code for this color. Now if you are having different hex codes and you want to have the same codes, the same hex codes I'm using for this tutorial to achieve this color, please make sure you edit yours and insert this. You have FFA509. To edit it, you just click on it, you click on it and your keyboard will pop up. So when you are done edit yours, you just click on OK like this, click on OK like that. Now on this other color stopper, you click on the color stopper and you click on this color icon, you click on this editing hex code tool, pen tool. This is a color and here comes the hex code. If you don't want to go in for the hex code, you can rather choose to go in for the RGB. For the red you have 245, green 237, and blue 112. So when you are done setting up all these parameters, you just click on OK and OK, then you also click on OK. So this is actually the gradient effect. Now I'm not cool with this image, so I would like to increase the contrast and brightness a bit used inside the pixel application. So you click on the image and you click on color filters. Color filters, I will work on my, see how the thing is. Like to roll back, if you want to remove back the effect, you just click on this icon and you take all these parameters back to 0. So I'll come to my saturation. If I take the saturation, you see that's a nasty saturation. Please, those who are doing photo editing, take note of all these parameters: the saturation, the brightness, and so many stuff like that, the details. Okay, so I'll take my saturation to 10, then just increase my brightness to 4, and I'll give it a contrast of 4. Then I'm cool with that. Then after setting up all these parameters, I'll just click on this check mark to accept everything. Okay, so now I will just type new menu. Okay, new menu, and you see that gradient the gradient for this text is actually the same gradient we used here. So if you have already edit your color stoppers to the color codes that is carrying that's on the color stoppers, you have the same effect. So now you are not going to like insert another color code. Let me just show you what you can do. Now just come to your text tool, you click on this, you type new. Make sure you capitalize each word. To capitalize each word, you just need to click on this. You click on this. If you want to make all the letters to go back to lowercase, you just need to click on this, but I want capital letters for this tutorial, so I'll click on this, and I'll also take the OK option. So I'll make sure I scale this a bit up. I'll scale it up, then I'll make sure I change the font. I will change the fonts. I'll just use Footspring Demo. Yes, Footspring Demo. Is too The font width is too big. The font width is too big. Let me go in for something smaller. Okay, let me just go in for Hessman Regular. So if you don't have this font, you can actually download the font on Google Chrome. You just need to type Hessman Regular font, OTF font downloads. Hessman Regular OTF or TTF. You can say Hessman Regular TTF font download. Okay, I think that is the best search word. Make sure you do this in your Chrome browser. Hessman Regular TTF font download. The TTF here means true text file, while the OTF here means original text file. So just say Hessman Regular true text file download. That's the Hessman Regular TTF font download. Then you click on OK. So this is not actually the font we use for this particular design, but let's just use this one so that this tutorial will not be too long. You can use any font of choice. If you don't have any font, if you're a new beginner and you don't know the font you can go in for the Hessman Regular TTF font downloads. Then you download the font and install on Pixellab. If you don't know how to install fonts on Pixellab, I also have a video on that will guide you on how you can install different fonts on Pixellab. You can actually download and install. So the video is all about downloading and install fonts in your Pixellab application, then check it to ensure that it works properly. So I'll go in for the gradient, and actually this is the gradient we use. It's the same gradient we use here, so I'll just select it. Yeah, so I'll make a duplicate and type menu. Okay, menu. Then I'll make sure you position it, then relative position this particular stuff to the center. Okay, to the center. Now I have our all-in-one delicious pack. Okay, so make a duplicate of these, or rather than making a duplicate, let me just go to text. I sure I have that stuff saved inside my clipboard. Okay, yeah, this is it inside my clipboard. So here we have our all-in-one delicious pack. Slight change in the price of this pack due to the current economic situation in the country. We promise to serve you even more diligently during this period. So I'll just click on OK. Then I'll go in for, let me say, Montserrat or Poppins, any sans serif fonts. I'll just use any sans serif fonts. Okay, let me just say Montserrat, or yeah, let me just type Montserrat. So if you don't have the Montserrat fonts, or also do well to download it, so I'll use Montserrat bold. Then I'll click on OK. So I'll scale this down to reduce the size. I'll use align center. This is align left. I'll go to align. Yes, I'll use center alignment. Yes, this is center. This is align left, align right, and center alignment. So I'll use center alignment. Then I'll change the color to black. Yeah, I'll use black. Perfect. Then I'll make sure I relative position it to the center. Then also make sure I relative position this shape to the center, so that everything will properly aligned. Okay, I think I'm cool with this. You see that this design is really simple to create. It's not something difficult to create. So now we offer nationwide delivery. Okay, so I'll just make a duplicate of this. We offer nationwide delivery. Edit. Then I will select everything and delete. Yeah, we offer nationwide delivery. Cool. You offer nationwide delivery. So like I would love to capitalize each every words, all the letters. So I'll just click on this to capitalize all letters. I'll click on my check mark, then I'll change the color to white as seen on the original design. I'll change the color to white as seen on the original design, then I'll bring it this way. I'll rotate it as seen on the original design like this. Yeah, so I'll rotate it, then bring it this way. I'll now go to word spacing. So this is spacing. Okay, letter spacing. Now you see, when you are taking your letter spacing, you are increasing your letter spacing number. Make sure you drag it this way, so that, sorry, instead of letter spacing, let me see word spacing. Okay, I'll go in for the letter spacing. Yeah, I think I'm cool with that. Then I'll make sure I'll relative position it. I'll use this one. Yeah, I'll use this one, relative position it from top to bottom at the center, from top to bottom at the center. Yeah, then I'll make sure I'll okay, I think I'm cool with this. So now I'll make a duplicate of this. I'll make a duplicate of this, and this time around I'll rotate it like this. That is, the wheel should be up, and you know, as our audience should be reading this text from up to bottom, this way from bottom to top. So I'll make sure I relative position to the center. Yeah, I'm cool with that. You see that we are almost done with this particular design. It is that easy to create. Now to have this line is very easy. You just need to come to rectangle, you take shape and you do this. Make sure you position it to the center already. Then you take the shape, make it to be more thinner. Then you change the color, the fill color of that shape to black. When you have changed it, then you click on this set, select the check mark, come to relative position. Make sure you position it to the center. Okay, I think it is too big, so yeah, this is okay. Yeah, this is okay. This is okay. I'll position it. Yeah, then I'll make sure I relative position to the center. Relative position to the center. Perfect. I'll now make a duplicate of this and type for orders and reservation. So I'll make a duplicate of the Montserrat font. I'll come to edit, select everything, delete. I'll now come to my clipboard for orders and reservation, then position it here like this. I'll make a duplicate of this, okay, and type this order for text here. So I'll delete this. Please, you don't have all these things. I saved it inside my clipboard so that this tutorial will not be too long. Okay, just make sure you download the original flyer and follow from the flyer carefully. Make sure you type all of this text manually. I think we are left only with the order now. Okay, order now. So I'll still make a duplicate of this text. A duplicate is to copy, edit this and type order now. So I'll select everything. I'll just type order now. Make the now to come to the next line, so I'll just click on this and type now. So capitalize each of the first words, order, and come to now and make sure the N is on capital letter. Then I'll just click on OK. So this is it here. I'll make sure I change the font to a script font, a decorative script font. I'll come to fonts. I'll use a decorative script font. Order now. I want to use a decorative script fonts. So let me just go in for Gentry Benedict. So if you don't have this for, you can also download it on Google Chrome. You just need to type Gentry Benedict TTF font download. The Gentry is Gentry Benedict Bendict Gentry Benedict TTF font download. Yeah, Gentry Benedict. Then I'll now change the font to white to have a good contrast. Yeah, that is it. Gentry Benedict. I'll just make sure I position it here. Then I'll struggle and reduce the line spacing. So reduce the line spacing. Perfect. See, this flyer was too easy to create. The flyer was really easy to create. Please, if you are not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe now so that YouTube will always notify you whenever I'm around with awesome content like this. Now, how do we save this flyer as a project in such a way that we can come next time and edit it without creating it back from scratch? So you just need to come to save. Then go to save as project, or just say save as project. I'll say restaurant, or let me just say please subscribe. This is just a reminder that if you are not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe now so that YouTube will always notify you when I drop awesome content like this. So please subscribe now. So that is actually the name of this project. So I'll now just click on OK. See, I'll now come to this place. I'll come to my project. Yeah, this is it. Please subscribe now. Please subscribe now. And also, please, I would like to know in the comment section if you did not understand anything, or like if you have a worry, have a question, please write it under the comment section. I'll reply you, or I'll make a video based on the question you have asked. Peace out. See you in my next tutorial.